Happy Friday. It is Coach Becky with your Friday Fit Tip. So I am on lesson 2 or tip number 2 in my 6-part series of how do we eat cleaner? So last week we talked about eat more fruits and vegetables. Duh, I know we hear it all the time, but we all really need to do more of that. The next thing is we really need to take stock of how much processed food we eat. Now, what do I mean by processed food? I mean a food that once you're getting it out of the box or the bag, it doesn't really have much of a resemblance to where it came from. Great case in point, a Pop-Tart. So let's say strawberry Pop-Tart. So it's got strawberries in it. Well, actually it probably doesn't have strawberries in it, but it's got something sugary and sweet that looks like it might taste a little like a strawberry, but it's got no relation to a real strawberry. It was made with wheat flour. Wheat's supposed to be healthy for us, right? Yeah, well, there's really no fiber or wheat germ left in that wheat. It's pasty white refined flour with no nutrition in it. Plus, it's quickly digested. So you eat that Pop-Tart and for 5 minutes, you might feel great about it. About a half an hour to an hour and a half later, maybe not. You're probably jonesing for more highly processed carbohydrates because of the sugar spike and then the subsequent blood sugar drop. Cheez-Its. It doesn't have any relationship to cheese or wheat, and it's made, I don't know if there's any cheese in a Cheez-It, but it's not whole wheat anymore. So, once again, doesn't really bear any relation to what it was before. Now, some foods are processed a little bit, and they're still healthy for us. Plain Greek yogurt, right? Not a lot of additives in that if we go plain, so we take out all the added sugar. Hummus, another thing that is healthy for us. Tofu comes from soybeans, doesn't look like a soybean anymore, but it has been processed. It's not too bad for us. So sometimes we have to look at what exactly are we eating. If it's processed, is it still healthy for us? Here's an example. Potatoes get a bad rap, right? Everyone goes, oh, potatoes, oh, they're starchy, they're bad for you. Well, here's the thing. Could you read, if I brought this up to the top front of the camera, could you read what the label is on this? Well, no, because it's a potato with no label. On the other hand, this is Pringles. Comes from potatoes, right? Well, I don't have my microscopic reading glasses on, but there's like 27 ingredients in here. This is so far removed from a potato, your gut and your liver wouldn't even recognize it as a vegetable. It's just crap. This, on the other hand, gets a bad rap because it's a potato. But look at that potato. That's a pretty dang small potato, and I would not have a problem if you were my client and you had this with dinner with some lean protein, say some salmon, and some fibrous vegetables, and maybe some healthy fat olive oil on the vegetables. This won't hurt you. Yes, it's starchy, but look how big that is. It's when you get a potato that's as big as your face and you add a half a cup of butter and sour cream to it, then it kind of becomes a problem. So little starchy things in moderation are just fine. Tall cans of potato crap, not fine. So tip number 2 is limit your processed foods. If you don't know if you're eating a lot of processed foods, I want you to start looking at labels because there is no label on this. There's no label, for the most part, on the beef that you buy at the store, right? It's been processed to a little extent because there's no meat tree or meat vine, but it's really minimally processed. If you look at the label on a packaged food and you can't really pronounce all the ingredients and the list is really, really long, it's probably processed. And it's probably not that healthy for you, and it's probably not giving you nutrition, and it's probably low in fiber. So what we want is those high fiber, natural, whole foods, fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds. That's what we want to be eating if we want to eat cleaner. This is Coach Becky with your Friday Fit Tip. Make it a great day.